From Coolray Field in suburban Atlanta, Georgia, it is USL Soccer on ESPN+. It is the regular season finale for two teams in the Eastern Conference. The homestanding Atlanta United 2, Game 7 of a 7-game wrap, and the Richmond Kickers visiting here at the Proving Ground. Alongside Jason Longshore, I am John Nelson, and two guys we're going to focus on. Let's first start with the Stripes and someone who's really come into his own this season.
John Gallagher, rookie season out of Notre Dame, draft pick of Atlanta United in the first round this year. His unexpected versatility has been the biggest surprise. The 6 goals I think we expected. 6 assists, maybe a pleasant surprise, but it's been this on-the-job training defensively, playing as a right back or a right wing back. He just makes things happen every match, it seems like. And for the flip side, for the Richmond Kickers, we're going to focus on someone who has been a part of 1/3 of all of the activity that Richmond has put in the back of the net this season. Brian Shriver's been a veteran at this level for a long time, but this is his first year in Richmond. Former leading scorer in North Carolina, in Tampa Bay. An extremely hard worker, but a guy who would kind of, hit the skids a little bit and was struggling coming to Richmond. 7 goals, 8 assists after a difficult 2017. Feels like he's back. So let's see what happens here for match day 34 for the Stripes and the Kickers. When we come back, it will be starting lineups, coaches in the first 45 minutes. It is the season finale, Game 7 of the homestand for the Stripes and the Kickers. We'll let you know what else is going on around the league. A lot of playoff action as well that we need to pay attention to in the East and the West. You're watching ESPN Plus and USL Soccer. We'll be right back after this.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Our national anthem wrapping up at Coolray Field. It is the Proving Ground, Jason, and it is ATL UTD2 and the Richmond Kickers. Starting lineup, what do you see for the Stripes tonight?
Looks like Atlanta will be in a 3-5-2 with center backs A.J. Cochran, Miles Robinson, Sean Nicklaw, Jose Hernandez, and John Gallagher are your wing backs. Oliver Shannon, Kevin Kratz, Laurent Kisiadou is your 3 central midfielders. Lagos Kunga up top with Devin Sandoval.
First-year head coach for ATL UTD2, Scott Donnelly. Match week 34. It's been a great year of growth for the Stripes.
It has. It's been a great finish for the Stripes. Last 3 matches, they've conceded first, which is not what Scott Donnelly has been looking for. But they've responded really well to get positive results in their last 3 matches. That's a great finish for this young group.
And then for the Richmond Kickers, what do you see?
4-2-3-1 is what we think it's going to come out as. Austin Yearwood, Malin Roberts, Connor Shinosky, Kobe Osei-Wusu in front of Brandon Barnes. Midfield, Neil Hlavity, Oscar Umar, Javier Cordovas, Raul Gonzalez, Luis Fernando, and Brian Shriver up top.
And it has been a bit of a tough stretch for the Kickers. They've lost their last 6, and they are 1-13-1 since the first time these two teams squared off at City Stadium back in July.
Yeah, and back at that one, it was July 21st where Brian Shriver free kick to open the scoring in the first half. John Gallagher gets the equalizer in the second half.
David Bulow, the head coach for the Kickers, and he's a part of their storied history as well.
He has 45 goals in his career for the Richmond Kickers, and when he retired after the 2013 season, he moved straight into the coaching ranks, first with the youth, then joining the first team staff, and now he's in charge.
Your officials this evening, the referee in the middle of it all is Natalie Simon, your assistants Matthew Osterhaus, Benjamin Wooten, and your fourth official is Kyle Whitley as we get ready for activity here at Coolray Field.
Two teams who are out of the playoff race, but one who is preparing for a new league under the USL umbrella next year. The other who is preparing a lot of players who are trying to get in the eye of Tata Martino and Atlanta United to see what their next year might hold in store.
As we keep an eye on things here in the first 45 minutes, the Stripes will be going from left to right as you are watching, and they are in their dark home kits, the Kickers, in their road whites with red numbers lettering, pipings and stripes. And we are now underway from Coolray Field. Obviously, we'll keep you up to date on everything else that's been going on. One other start at 7 o'clock is Penn FC and Toronto FC2. A lot of action in the Eastern Conference is at the bottom of the hour. And then you also have Nashville and FC Cincinnati going at it at 8:30. Quick whistle there off of the joust, and it's going to be a quick reset for the Stripes.
Roberts grabbed Sandoval.
But in that action that is going on in the East, with all those teams chasing after spots, not necessarily space, 5 through 8, and there's also an outside chance with North Carolina FC. We'll keep an eye on that one as well, and obviously the activity in the West, but we'll keep you up to date as to what's going on. Whistle there as the Stripes tried to turn around in transition with Kevin Kratz and John Gallagher chasing after Luis Fernando.
Kevin Kratz making his third start with ATL UTD2. Hasn't been seeing the field as much with Atlanta United in recent weeks. This is an opportunity with Atlanta United off this weekend due to the international break. A chance for Kratz to get some minutes and get his sharpness back as Atlanta prepares for the playoffs in Major League Soccer.
Yearwood and Roberts started off. Pressure from the Stripes very, very high, trying to get out of traffic as Connor Shinaski.
How many times have we talked about Lagos Kunga in defense here in the last few weeks? That's what you want to see from Kunga, pressuring up high, trying to make something happen. We know what he can do with the ball at his feet and on the dribble. We want to see more of the complete match from Kunga as he tries to get in the eye of Tata Martino because he is on a homegrown contract.
Dangerous idea going for the big switch. Fernando almost had the intercept. But back to the man wearing the armband tonight, A.J. Cochran, who will send it long. Defended by the Kickers. And once again, look at all of the striped kits chasing after Oscar Umar there. Going long, but easily picked away by Miles Robinson. But the attempt at a volley, rather adventurous idea. Top of the box, missed wide over the outfield wall. Goal kick.
But that's the downside of all of those striped kits attacking, because that was your whole central midfield. Kisiadu, Kratz, and Shannon all chasing the ball. None of them get it. And then there is space in front of the back three for Atlanta.
So with Nico Caro in net tonight, he'll send it forward, but the Kickers come back with it. Halfway through minute number 3. And the Kickers trying to dribble out of all this pressure that we're seeing so far from the Stripes. That looks like it was last touched by Yearwood, and it'll be a Stripes throw quickly.
This is the pressure that we saw a lot last season with Atlanta United. I don't know how many Peachtree streets we have near Lawrenceville, but does the Peachtree press apply up here?
Oh, most certainly. I think it's a universal trait through the organization, wouldn't you?
Fair enough. Then the Peachtree press is in full effect for ATL UTD2 tonight.
Maybe the Peachtree Corners press?
I think you're right.
Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so, large device or small, and thanks for catching us on the WTVR 6.3 up in Richmond this evening. Thanks for catching us here on match day 34 for ATL UTD2 and the Richmond Kickers. Sent in big right boot, but there to pick it off is Brandon Barnes. First opportunity to try to get something done inside the 6 for the Stripes halfway through minute 4.
Barnes making his 4th start of the season. Looked very confident there grabbing that cross.
Miles Robinson easily picking that away, sending it all the way back to Nico Corot. Corot will send it back over to the far side. Second ball won by Richmond. They try to settle. Nothing happening there. So Lavity tried to come down with it, and it'll be a throw for the Kickers right at midfield.
Lavity's a player that we've seen for a long time at this level. A player, a very smart player, a player who I think gives a lot of stability to this midfield.
Speed creates another turnover. Gallagher right there in the middle of it, sends it over. Activity with the left, trying to spring Devin Sandoval. Couple of players in between ideas. Both thought about chasing after it. Both relented, and it ends up going over the inline. Goal kick for Richmond.
Kissidu backs off a little bit there, and you see Lavity motioning to his teammates. Can relax, calm down, let's settle into this match. Richmond seems a little on edge due to the Atlanta pressure.
So let's see what the Kickers can do with it. Kevin Kratz will come away with it near center circle. Over here to the near side once again, and the guy we focused on in the open, John Gallagher.
Sean Nicklaw playing a little 2-man game with Gallagher. Nicklaw is a player we've traditionally seen on the right side, but lately he's been playing as a center back and doing a really good job of it. The Guam International.
A lot of space for an idea. Chested over the inline.
A little heavy on the cross from Gallagher. Nowhere anyone can really get there and make a play, but they earn a corner, and Kevin Kratz is jogging over to take it on the far side.
Your Creature Comforts corner kick for ATL UTD2, the first one of the match here halfway through minute number 6. Looks like Luis Fernando is going to be the first line of defense for Richmond here. Kratz will bring it in with the right. Sandoval rushing towards. And just over the bar, an opportunity for the Stripes early on.
Devin Sandoval diving backwards, trying to glance that into the far side netting. It's a good ball from Kratz. Nobody else can get to it other than Sandoval, and it's a good effort from the veteran. See him here diving back, trying to just a redirect this past Barnes.
Ollie Shannon whistled there for the hip check on Luis Fernando, and the Kickers have a chance.
But they kicked it straight out of bounds. When you try to take that quick free kick, everybody has to be on the same page. But let's go back to the tackle from Shannon. That's that steal that Oliver Shannon has provided for ATL UTD2 this season. That physical play.
Oscar Umar on defense. Sends it out for a throw. Luis Fernando trying to work it forward with Yearwood. Umar again. Over to Shanoski. Just a little poke, but easily taken away. So let's see what happens here once again. Gallagher thought about it, but sends it back to Nicklaw. Works it into Kissidu. Ollie Shannon in the middle. Cochran. Hernandez. Back to the captain, the man wearing the armband tonight. Ollie Shannon tries to get out of traffic. He does. Kissidu is there. Sandoval set a bit of a pick. Trying to get it in the infield, but it ends up going back to Shanoski and the Kickers, and he'll just try to launch it clear with the right. But once again, chested down. Another turnover and another chance for ATL UTD2 to figure something out here on offense.
Richmond able to step up a little bit here, trying to play a higher line and force Atlanta back a bit.
Gallagher and Kratz. Nicklaw, and he'll send it all the way back to Nico Corot. Lagos Kunga. Umar was chasing. Hernandez is there with him. Sends it back over to Cochran, who saw Kissidu but ends up sending it over here to the near side, and Sean Nicklaw, who's got a 2-man game with Gallagher, tries to launch him. Is there going to be enough there? Ends up going right into the hands of Brandon Barnes.
Nicklaw's delivery just not in the run of Gallagher. He's not going to be able to get through the back line and Barnes to get there.
Chinaski tries to advance it, hits it off the outside of his right boot, and it ends up being a stripes throw right at midfield.
Chinaski, 23 matches this season, struggling a little bit with the early pressure from Atlanta.
Sandoval tries to gather possession with it and turn, chested down. Kicker's over at the far. It's 3-on-2 for the stripes. Intercepted. Sandoval tries to go in for the slide, and it ends up a Richmond opportunity here, middle third, and a whistle, and they'll try to reset it very, very quickly.
Now I think Hernandez kind of late on the tackle there, commits the foul. Whistle was just a little late as Richmond tried to play through, but Hernandez just a little late charging back, commits the foul. At midfield, you don't mind those types of fouls, breaks up the rhythm as Richmond was starting to generate a little bit of momentum.
Lagos Kunga, look at him chasing after on defense, going after Raul Gonzalez. Last touch by the stripes, though. Kicker's throw, and they're going to have to send it all the way back to try to get something going here. Big switches there, but not enough behind it. Intercepted by Gallagher. Sandoval trying to settle it down. Has Kratz available. Back to Ollie Shannon. Kissiadou couldn't control it. Lavity's there. And they're just going to let it go.
It's good from Umar. He knew what Kissiadou was working on there. He tries to touch it around to himself to create some space. Shut down quickly.
Kratz trying to spring Gallagher. Nice way to control. Spin, shot with the right, saved. And there's activity there, and another opportunity for Sandoval. Hits it right into Brandon Barnes.
Completely unexpected there for Gallagher to cut in and take the shot with the left foot. As much as we've seen John Gallagher as a right back or a right wing back, we have not seen this. He cuts back to the left foot, but it's the delivery first to set him up. He cuts back instead of crossing, takes the shot with the left foot. Barnes is able to get down, make the save. He has to make that first. He deals with the rebound very well that Sandoval was following up on.
Creature Comforts corner kick by Kevin Kratz going to the far post, and almost there, but headed down. Hop was too high over the bar. Another chance for the stripes here in minute 11.
Miles Robinson is becoming a target on every set piece for Atlanta. We see that kind of freakish vertical leap that he has. This time, maybe a little bit too much of a vertical leap. The delivery wasn't quite as high. He heads it straight down into the ground and over the bar.
Chinaski having to go 1-2 with Barnes to try to get rid of it. Nice little heel flick to keep it in possession for Richmond, but off of the man-on opportunity, and it ends up coming as Luis Fernando.
Great ball by Fernando.
Spring Brian Shriver. Shriver passed the elbow into the middle. A couple of folks thought that it was going to be another person touching it. Neither did. And it's going to be a deep throw for the stripes.
That's great work from Luis Fernando on this wing. Wins the ball first and then plays a great ball down the line. Shriver with space. I think he was looking for Cordovez there. Just a little too far in front of him.
Sandoval couldn't control it. Chance for the kickers if they can figure out a way into the box. Defended by Hernandez, doubling back, and clears with the left.
Excellent work from the Venezuelan international.
All the way back into the middle third, once again having to regroup in the middle of the pitch because of the Peachtree Corners press.
But you see Richmond starting to string a few passes together. They're starting to gain some confidence in their build-up play here. Now Shriver with a look.
Two white kits over at the far. Sent back in, big launch. Over the bar, over everything. Ground rule double over the outfield wall, so it'll be a goal kick.
Osei Wusu, a little heavy there on that.
Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50.
Saw that cross one more time from Osei Wusu. It's a great ball by Shriver to open the field up, but the final delivery on the cross was just not there.
Shriver tries to send it forward with a little chip looking for Luis Fernando.
Nick Law read it well. Shannon over to Hernandez.
Kissy calling for it, but sent back over to the near side, and John Gallagher with the left. Nicely settled for Kevin Kratz.
That technical ability, something that Atlanta United prioritizes through the academy, through the USL team, through the MLS team. You saw it on fine display there. First touch from Gallagher back to Kratz, and a great ball from Hernandez to switch the field.
Hernandez looking for an opportunity, but it goes back to Kratz, middle of the pitch. Here comes Fernando on defense. Niklaw, who will launch, why not, over the bar. Into the supporter section.
We say it every match. If Sean Niklaw's in the attacking half, he has the green light to shoot. If you've not seen Sean Niklaw's highlights this season, I recommend YouTube. Go check it out. He had one that would have been a goal of the week, but it was ruled an own goal because it came off the crossbar and off the back of the goalkeeper. Then he doubled up and had a goal of the week later. Maybe 5 yards deeper on that one.
Yep. Barnes sends it deep. First ball off the big hop goes to Cochran. Volleyed forward, but once again, just a lot of back and forth right now. Sandoval on the joust. No whistle there. They're going to let it continue. Sandoval has Kunga in front of him, and there it is. Opportunity, but it's poked away nicely. Sandoval tries to turn. 3 white kits around him. Pinball activity finally cleared.
Kunga didn't give Sandoval the run he was looking for, just kind of stayed in front. Devin was waiting for things to open up and just couldn't find it.
Nicely defended there with the sit spin from Oscar Umar.
You see the run here with Lagos Kunga trying in front of Sandoval. Sandoval's just waiting for something to open up, but there's nothing, no clear lane for him to pass into.
Center circle, Ali Shannon to Kratz, all the way back to Miles Robinson, and they'll regroup. Niklaw being chased by Fernando. Sandoval tried to post up to keep possession, but Roberts gains it for the Kickers. Trying to spin out of trouble was Raul Gonzalez. He finally does, gets it back, and now he's got a bit of a run behind him. Nicely poked away that time by the captain. And a whistle on the pushback after the loss of possession.
Hernandez jumping in again, another strong defensive effort from him. Jose Hernandez reads the play well, gets his positioning, takes the ball, takes the foul. Left back has been an interesting discussion point in the Atlanta United universe as of late. Greg Garza has been injured for quite a while. We've seen George Bello here with ATL UTD2. He had a Team of the Week performance in Major League Soccer in his last start. Jose Hernandez is a player who came to Atlanta with a lot of hype from the Venezuelan U20 national team that reached the World Cup final.
Devin Sandoval causing Brandon Barnes a lot of headaches. Then Kevin Kratz does the same thing for Raul Gonzalez. Chipped forward looking for Lagos Kunga, no good. Umar just sends it forward, and the Stripes back line ends up with it again as we head toward minute 18.
Really like seeing Miles Robinson in the center of the 3-back setup for Atlanta right now. Good experience for the young player out of Syracuse.
Niklaw and Fernando doing some hand fighting. But it ends up in Kicker's possession one more time. But Yearwood loses it to Miles Robinson, and back comes Kevin Kratz.
Good ball by Robinson to pick out Kratz.
Hernandez has 4 kids helping. Sandoval, little give and take there. Back to Kratz. On the spin, back to Ali Shannon, who will send it back to Nico Carreau.
Nothing on, you reset, start over.
Gallagher directing traffic. Went from white kit to striped kit, back to striped kit. Devin Sandoval had Hernandez behind him, didn't see him, poked away nicely by the Kickers on defense. And Luis Fernando trying to figure out a way around Sean Niklaw. Didn't happen. Deflected center circle, AJ Cochran.
Sandoval closed down quickly. If he'd been able to turn, Hernandez had a ton of space.
Gallagher and Kisiadu. Sandoval looking to turn on Stanoski, but Kisiadu ends back up with a lot of space in the middle. Launch with the left over the bar.
Laurent Kisiadu had the equalizer on Wednesday against Pittsburgh. That one was from a little bit further out, but we've seen him score from there before this season. He has 3 goals on the year. Good rookie season for him after just a handful of games last year in Charleston.
Now, I was going to say that Kisiadu, we keep mentioning all of the stories and the development of players. Kisiadu, we've really seen that in this homestand as well.
Kisiadu and Kunga both, I think you're starting to see a more complete game from both of them. We know what they can do with the ball at their feet, but we need to see more of the defensive effort, the passing. You're seeing more and more of that from both players.
Stanoski and Roberts. Looked like from here it went completely over the line, but it ends up being another turnover, and the Stripes once again a launch outside of the right foot, nothing there, way wide of the net.
Long wind up there for Laurent Kisiadu. Never hit that one clean, kind of sliced it out wide.
Sent forward, but once again the Stripes there with defense. Gallagher after Nicklaw gets it from Luis Fernando. Shriver chasing Miles Robinson back over to A.J. Cochran. Gallagher has room if he wants to run with it past Yearwood. Now once again switch to the far with Cochran and Hernandez. Left, picked off. But once again, Kevin Kratz getting right there in the middle of it all. And he'll go with the right. Barnes is there.
Excellent save from Brandon Barnes. That looked like it took a deflection at the top of the 18 as well. Kevin Kratz strikes the ball as well as anybody in Atlanta's midfield. It's a good hit from Kratz, but it takes a deflection in front of Roberts, or in front of Barnes, and he's able to get down and make that save cleanly, not give up a rebound.
After Barnes comes down with it, ends up all the way over at the other side. Nico Caro will send it. Raul Gonzalez one in the air, but Stripes come down with it center circle. Kevin Kratz looking to get out of the logjam, and he finds Lagos Kunga. Kisiadu, nice little back heel. Is there something going to come from this? Left foot over the bar.
Kunga trying to place that one in the upper 90. Overhits it a bit, but nice interplay with Kunga and Kisiadu on the break. The back heel from Kisiadu is what sets this up. Kunga trying to work back to his left foot and place this shot rather than just rip it. Placement a little off.
There's the back heel one more time. There was the idea of the upper 90, but too much under it. Ends up over the bar, so it'll be a goal kick for Richmond. Gonzalez trying to dribble out of a jam and a lot of kits there, but once again picked off by the Stripes. Head of steam, Kevin Kratz. Over here, Gallagher looking to do something on the ground. Nicely kicked away, but it'll be a second chance for ATL UTD2. Kisiadu at the elbow, thinks about the left, tries to spin to keep possession, but they're going to call a foul. Set piece opportunity. The whistle's on Lavity.
That's a tough one on Neil Lavity. It looked like Kisiadu might have been spinning down first before that foul. Lavity, call goes against him. He's not happy about it. This is in Kevin Kratz territory.
Lavity still trying to get his explanation on it. And for those of you who haven't had the opportunity to see Kevin Kratz in free kick opportunities, whether it was with Atlanta United or here at the Proving Ground, pinpoint accuracy from 32 in the Stripes.
He scored twice off the bench against Montreal earlier this season.
Into the wall, headed over, and it's going to be a Creature Comforts corner kick, and Kratz running quickly over to the far to take it.
Kratz did not miss that by much. It just skims off the top of the wall. 6 inches, maybe.
Kissy fake to run. Luis Fernando keeping an eye on him. Low and in. Fernando will get there, but Kratz will get there, doubling back nicely to Kissy. Tries to send it in for a streaking Lagos Kunga, but Brandon Barnes comes up with it.
Not enough air on that one from Kissy. I think he was trying to place it over the back line to Kunga on the back post. Too easy for Barnes to grab it.
Umar and Osei-Wusu trying to get a two-man game going, but it was defended by the Stripes. It'll be a throw. Roberts now, as we're in minute 25. All right, so we're at the quarter pole of the match. What do you think so far?
Atlanta started out with all of the intensity. Richmond has kind of found their way into the match. They're struggling still in possession. Atlanta's pressure is giving them some problems, but we've seen Richmond on the break a couple of times, and especially when Brian Shriver is in space, good things generally tend to happen for the kickers.
Kissy tried to settle it with a big right leg, couldn't do it. Stripes had it, lost it, but looks like it was last touched by ATL UTD2. Man marking on the throw, and it's going to have to come all the way back to Brandon Barnes for the reset. Malin Roberts. Osei-Wusu. A lot of air under that one. Stripes come down with it. Kevin Kratz. And another foul as Kevin Kratz was trying to do it, and it was Lavity again.
It's a couple of fouls in quick succession. Have to keep an eye on Lavity at this point.
Lavity still discussing his plight with referee Natalie Simon.
She didn't seem too interested.
Nope. Caro trying to find Kunga, and they're going to whistle Lagos for the foul there on the joust.
Lagos undercut. There, it's a foul on Kunga. Gonzalez taking a minute to get back to his feet.
But the kickers will go ahead and put it right back in play. Couldn't quite get the activity from Yearwood down the line. Just trickles over the touch line, so it'll be a throw, and the Stripes will have it. Here in minute 27. Triangle work at the near. Gallagher. And the switch is there. Hernandez. Kunga and a turnover. Luis Fernando now, but Kratz was there, and a lot of Stripes in play, but they're going to call a whistle and a foul as Fernando was trying to get through all the three of those kids.
Richmond has switched Luis Fernando and Kobe Osei-Wusu. Fernando's now on the right side. He earns the foul here as he takes it away. He's trying to split two defenders on the dribble, and they hack him down.
Sean Nicola in pursuit, left it for Nico Caro, kind of caught in the in-between, so Caro had to kind of fall on it and slide. And as Cochran was looking for Hernandez, touched by Luis Fernando, so it ends up being a throw.
It's been really very fluid for Richmond defensively. We're seeing Umar drop into the back line at times to help out as Raul Gonzalez steps up high.
Into the air and then muscled off.
Unnecessary foul there. It's on the touch line. There's nowhere for Kissy to go. He's just going to head it down the line to Sandoval where you can trap him. No need to go in and put him on the ground.
Umar not happy with that whistle.
It's an easy call for Simon. I don't know what Umar's complaining about here. There's no need to commit that foul there on Kissy.
Turnover in the center circle as Fernando muscled Kevin Kratz off of, but quickly back are the Stripes, and can Kissy work with it. Can't track it down, but once again back comes Umar and the kickers.
Cleaned up by Austin Yearwood.
Yearwood again with Roberts. Minute 29 here at the Proving Ground. Devin Sandoval in pursuit. Just trying to get it out of their own defensive third. Sends it long. Miles Robinson is there. We'll send it over to Cochran. Once again, Richmond in pursuit. Nico Carreau trying to dribble out of the trouble that he was in. Sends it forward with the left. And it ends up sticking with the kickers. Shriver looking for a little help. Kevin Kratz, nicely done physically to get that away. And it looks like the Stripes have a bit of a break. Kratz trying to spring. Brandon Barnes, top of the box, keeps it from getting to Lagos Kunga.
When you see Kevin Kratz read the scouting report on Brian Shriver, he doubles down quickly there to help out and take it off of him. And it nearly springs Lagos Kunga going the other way.
Hernandez into the far corner. Lagos with the left, headed clear. Sent over here to the near side, and John Gallagher. Little give and take with Nick Law. Yearwood now in pursuit.
Nice by Miles Robinson.
Getting away from Cordovez there. Kissy-Adu. Kunga had a thought, but it was poked away. But once again, Ollie Shannon there to get it back. In with the left, headed corner.
Good ball out wide to pick out Jose Hernandez. He tries to go to the near post for Devin Sandoval. It's headed away rather easily. We'll see if Kevin Kratz can put in a better delivery on this Creature Comforts corner kick.
Your other 7 o'clock kick, Penn FC and Toronto FC 2, they are scoreless. Getting ready at the bottom of the hour, it is Charlotte, North Carolina FC, Lou City, and Indy 11. Right boot, headed clear.
Roberts up strong to win that header.
Fernando and Hernandez. And a whistle there is trying to get in the slide tackle to get possession back for the Stripes. Fans not happy with that call.
Looked like Hernandez won that tackle clean. He did go in with the leg up high a little bit first. I don't think he was going in studs up on the tackle. Looked like he was trying to block any kind of a long ball there from Osei Wusu.
Gonzalez going in on Kratz. Too many touches chasing Luis Fernando. Back to Nico Carreau.
Now Richmond dialing up the pressure a little bit.
Nick Law looking for a little help from Gallagher. Spin move there to get away from one. And then nicely done by Roberts. Last touch by the Stripes. It'll be a throw by Yearwood.
Kunga unable to hold off Roberts. It's a physical mismatch.
4-on-2. Stripes had the advantage, but last touch by them, so it'll be another kicker's throw. Cordovez back out to Yearwood. In with the left, headed out. Second ball headed again, but once again a lot of room for Raul Gonzalez over at the far.
Good ball by Umar out to him.
Hernandez in pursuit and defense. Fernando, and he's going to have to bring it backwards. Once again, Umar. Nice idea to try to slice it in with the left, but cleared by the Stripes defense.
AJ Cochran, no nonsense there. Out over the touchline, gives his side a chance to regroup a bit.
Two Stripes kits on one kicker's kit. Second time in a row, quick succession, last touched, but this time last touched by Richmond. It'll be a Stripes throw, bringing it in quickly, and there's AJ Cochran. Shinosky and Sandoval. And so it'll stick with the kickers. Ryan Shriver was available, so you've got a little work there with Gonzalez. And a turnover. Can something happen? Nope. Lagos Kunga had an opportunity, couldn't get there in time.
Big opportunity for Kunga. He's unable to settle it in front of Roberts.
Kunga chasing Barnes. Headed down, but once again, here's Umar for the kickers. The idea there trying to get a touch to spring, but Nico Carreau ends up with it. Nicely defended by the Stripes, sent back into the middle third.
Sean Nicklaw, great defending there, coming across the formation to make the play.
Shriver had a couple of kits to his left, found one. In with the right, punched clear by Nico Carreau. Kisiadu in pursuit, trying to settle it down, but the kickers end up back with it. It's Raul Gonzalez.
Perfect form from Nico Carreau.
Big boots there for Cochran to clear. A lot of room for Kevin Kratz. Center circle has Sandoval and Kisiadu. Who's going to take the shot? Sandoval with the left, deflected just over the end line. It'll be another Creature Comforts corner kick at the far in minute 35.
Kevin Kratz leading the break here coming into the attacking half. He slots it to Devin Sandoval. Sandoval takes it himself. Little step over to create some space, but Roberts and Shinosky weren't biting on it. They blocked the shot to corner. Another opportunity for Kratz.
Sandoval at the 6 outside the far post. Yearwood on him. A lot of jostling inside the box itself. Headed down and cleared with the left, barely.
Sandoval had an opportunity there, unable to head it on goal.
Luis Fernando trying to come down with it, but looks like a bit of a break for the kickers as Hernandez couldn't control. Fernando with the left with the scoop, but headed clear. Nicely done defensively, but not all the way out. Yearwood and Umar.
Atlanta scrambling to find their shape right now.
Umar goes past Sandoval. Will send it all the way over. Gonzalez once again, a lot of space, will bring it in with the right. Nobody at the back post. It'll be a goal kick.
When Richmond has been able to turn the ball over, especially off of set pieces, and attack quickly, Atlanta has struggled to regain their shape. That time Sean Nicklaw was left on an island defending on the right side. You see the big switch here away to the right side. Raul Gonzalez, just not a good enough ball from him. He had a lot of time there to put in a better cross.
Kisiadu tries to put his right boot in the air to settle here in minute 37, but it ends up heading back with Richmond very quickly. Luis Fernando blocked.
Jose Hernandez with the block on Fernando. He looks to take the corner quickly.
And he does. Gonzalez sends it in. Defensive header, and it'll be a throw.
Cochran was able to get a glancing header to that.
And Richmond has yet another opportunity. Trying to work his way past Miles Robinson was Osei-Wusu, and he looked like he ran into a brick wall.
I think that's what he wanted it to look like.
Yes.
Don't think that's what it looked like.
Kisiadu with a lot of room, center circle. Can spring Gallagher, and he does, over the outside shoulder too much.
It's good work defensively by Miles Robinson. He just stands his ground. Osei-Wusu trying to juke him to create space for a shot. Just go straight down. Then Atlanta with the opportunity. Atlanta on the break has looked good tonight too, but it's for both teams, it's been that final ball in the final third. Just not enough quality yet.
The USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow @USL on Twitter. And just trying to get out of trouble was Richmond that time. Last touched by Lagos Kunga, another goal kick.
Shinosky put Umar in a really difficult spot with a short pass in the 18 with two players right there to defend. Connor Shinosky's having a hard time dealing with the pressure from Atlanta tonight.
Fernando chests it down. Cochran on him. Back and forth, settled nicely. Cochran in defense, but there's Kevin Kratz, and looks like they're going to call the foul on Cochran.
That was a much better ball from Shinosky. That time he plays it in to where Cordovas can do a little something with it. Cochran fouls him from behind as Kratz is coming in to take it off his boot.
Scoreless Penn FC and Toronto FC 2. They are in the 35th. Also must-win situation for North Carolina FC. Only 5 minutes in, they had a 1-0 lead. Charlotte has now scored. North Carolina FC and Charlotte are tied at 1s. Lou City and Indy 11 are scoreless. Osewusu tries to do something with the right on. Nicely kipped up and kept by Nico Caro.
That time Osewusu is able to get just enough space for the shot. He hammers it with the right foot. Caro, not sure how much he saw of that coming in, but he's able to just pop it into the air and then make the catch.
Umar backtracking, Kunga on him. Just trying to get out of trouble is Shanoski again. Osewusu back to Umar. Lavity working backwards, nicely done. A long pass down the pitch, top of the box, launch with the left, blocked again by the Stripes defense. Lining up again, Osewusu tries to go with the right, and it looked like that hit A.J. Cochran. But a third opportunity here. Cochran tries to go and slide tackle to clear, but he can't come up with it. But Kisiadu is there after Miles Robinson. And a lot of space if he wants it. Once again, John Gallagher.
Every time Gallagher gets on the dribble, you hear a little bit of a buzz in the crowd.
No whistle there as Devin Sandoval hit the deck. It'll be just a throw, considering it hits Richmond last in the eyes of the officials. Nick Law, Miles Robinson. Over to A.J. Cochran. Ollie Shannon, center circle. Kevin Kratz has Sandoval. Gives to Gallagher. Enters with the right. Sent back out. Gallagher will have a second chance as he's being chased by Yearwood. Shannon with the right. Too much behind it. Brandon Barnes with the leap and the grab.
Better idea here from John Gallagher as he gets his head up and he's not just whipping a ball into the box hoping someone can get on the end of it. He tries to cut it back a little bit on the ground. Richmond read it well, but I like to see the varied deliveries from Gallagher.
Gonzalez over at the far touch. Lavity offered. Ends up going back to Brandon Barnes. Devin Sandoval in hot pursuit there, trying to force a turnover, and he does.
Richmond just struggling to find a plan to deal with the pressure.
Hernandez. Kisiadu. Middle of the pitch. Gallagher. Will drive. Couldn't control it after that second touch. Nicely defended by Yearwood. Goal kick.
Excellent work from Yearwood there. Doesn't give Gallagher an inch.
Watch highlights from every game of the 2018 season. Stay up to date with news from across the USL at the league's official Facebook page. Like and follow at facebook.com/USL Soccer.
Goal kick did not clear the penalty area.
Three, four kits right in the middle of it all. Osewusu having issues trying to get out of that traffic jam, so it ends up going back to the Stripes. Sandoval looking to turn. And you'll find Gallagher and Kratz. Minute 43. Goalless here at the Proving Ground. Season finale for both of these sides. ATL UTD 2. Points in their last 3. And the Kickers have lost 6 in a row. Gallagher flags up. Yearwood sends it long with the left. Hit Cordovez in the back, but a whistle as he and Miles Robinson were going after it.
Cordovez pushing off to get that space. Cordovez just trying to clear out some space to turn.
And gets the whistle there. The whistle on the stripes, and so it looks like the kickers will have an opportunity over on the far side with Gonzalez.
Referee Natalie Simon calling it very tight here at the end of the first half.
Shouldn't be a whole lot of time added on for one reason or another. Pretty much every white kid in sight heading down to the top of the box here. Gonzalez with the right, headed clear by the stripes, but not all the way out. Idea, not enough under it. Stripes can get a break here if they can get control of it, and they do, and Kisiadu is clear. Trying to bring it along with him. There are 3 kits, but standing his ground, Austin Yearwood.
Kisiadu was trying to cut it back between the 2 Richmond defenders, just couldn't get enough control of the ball to be able to pull off his idea.
Kratz and Cochran back and forth. Luis Fernando chasing all the way back to Nico Caro now. One last chance here for the Stripes. There won't be any time added to the first 45, but that's picked off by Oscar Umar, and he'll try to spring the kickers down to the far side, but once again sent out. And that'll do for the first 45 minutes here at the Proving Ground. No time added on, so Jason, we're goalless at the break.
Both teams have had their moments. Neither team has had the quality in the final third to break the deadlock yet.
So when we come back, it's been a busy week. Playoffs just around the corner in the USL. We'll see who's golden boot, although that's a foregone conclusion, and it is a rather large race. Tremendous effort here by Cameron Lancaster. A lot of stuff going on around the USL. We'll have all that for you when we come back. You're watching USL Soccer on ESPN+. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Jalen Hurts just caught a pass.
Okay, that's interesting.
We'll get you ready for the final 45 of the regular season for both of these teams here in the Eastern Conference in just a little bit. Jason Longshore, I am John Nelson. And Jason, the playoffs are just around the corner, and the quarterfinals in the East could be interesting if it ended tonight.
Yeah, excited to see how things shake out because there's still some moving parts to these brackets in the Eastern Conference. We'll see tonight where Nashville ends up, and they were a team that had a chance to book their spot earlier this week, fell short, gave up goals late to Toronto FC2. They're in, but where are they going to finish? Cincinnati is your obvious favorite in the East, but they haven't been quite as convincing as of late, so we'll have to see if anybody can catch up with FCC.
And you look at down the left-hand side of your screen, Charleston, they've already been getting everybody ready for activity at MUSC Health Stadium. Could be Indy 11, could be somebody different. Lou City, we know they're the two. Nashville, and then down low left, it is Pittsburgh and Red Bulls too. What about the West?
Out West, I'm curious to see the Real Monarchs, who really ran away with the regular season last year, and they've added some pieces that we're familiar with from the South, from this part of the league, to their team this year. Finished fourth in the conference. I think they have a shot to put it together and make a playoff run. Sacramento as well as another one. I think the West feels maybe a little more wide open.
You got 3 teams chasing 2 spots. We'll be getting into that just a little bit, but the right-hand side of your bracket, quarterfinal starting the weekend of October 19th. It should be a fun one as everybody's chasing the USL Cup. We are at the half, at the proving ground. When we come back, we'll let you know what else is going on around the USL. It's goals, saves, news, and notes. 45 in the books, 45 around the corner. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this.
It's number 2 of the season for Matty Osich in back-to-back games.
Velasquez will dance towards the touchline. Puts it in back post. Chandler Hoffman there over to Salcedo and a goal! A thing of beauty!
Look at this touch by Chandler Hoffman, like butter, and then he just strokes it into the far post.
Looks like the shot from distance, back! Oh, the net, and just like that in the 60th minute, Seattle has struck.
Independence trying to work a scoring opportunity. Left-footed blast and a goal. Charlotte has gone on top as Fozier goes far post here in the 26th minute.
Starikov off the races. Tries to chip it over Romero. Starikov
out of nothing gets the goal for the Indy 11 in minute number 61.
So a lot of goals had a lot of meaning, but one guy at the top of the ladder has set a new standard here in the league.
And what a goal from Cameron Lancaster to break the record. Meaningful goal. His team was struggling in this match. He gets an amazing effort, amazing goal to bring them back against North Carolina FC.
And Matt Fondy is no longer the answer to the trivia question, but just to show you the distance that Cameron Lancaster has with everybody else, he's the only guy with a 2 that's in front of it all. You've got 24 from Lancaster. Everybody else hasn't cracked 20. Enna Voltson with 19 from OCSC. Daniel Rios, Eastern Conference, for your balance. 18 goals there. And then Chris Cortez from Phoenix, right now 4th with 17. That's not the only stuff going on around the league right now. Obviously, Cameron Lancaster, the big stuff going on. But the USL Cup playoffs, a lot of teams, not a lot of space.
Yeah, and we're going to see a lot of moving around from right now as we're talking to you until the end of the regular season tomorrow. A lot of moving parts.
4 teams looking for 2 spots in the East. A lot of changes and shifting can happen with action today and tomorrow. 3 teams, 2 open spots in the West. So keep an eye on everything on your favorite platforms when it comes to who the 8 teams are for the East and the West heading toward the USL Cup. And that last element right there, the rebranding affects one of the teams here that we're seeing here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's perfect that Richmond Kickers are one of the founding members of the USL League One. This is a club with 8,000 members across youth, adult, amateur, professional, one of the longest running professional clubs in the United States. They are one of the perfect clubs to form the foundation of USL League One in year 1 in 2019.
And so those are your news and notes from around the league. When we come back, we'll take a look at the first half highlights, stats, and everything else going on as we head toward the final 45 minutes of the regular season for ATL UTD2 and the Richmond Kickers. Stick and stay. You're watching USL Soccer on ESPN+.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Welcome back to Coolray Field. 45 minutes in the books as we head toward the final 45 minutes of the regular season for Atlanta United 2 and the Richmond Kickers. John Nelson alongside Jason Longshore. And Jason, let's take a look at the first half highlights. And with the highlights themselves, a lot of stripes involved in the first half.
Atlanta had the better of the play for most of the first half, but they don't have anything to show for it yet. John Gallagher tried to open it up with a great cut back to his left foot, shot from outside the box, saved by Barnes. Spills the rebound, though. Devin Sandoval with the follow-up. Barnes made a great recovery to save on Sandoval.
And so that was one of the early chances that the Stripes had right there. Brandon Barnes, a very busy man in the first half. And then Kevin Kratz, who's here with the Stripes tonight, had his chance.
Kratz with a shot from the top of the 18. I think it took a slight deflection. But the next one was Laurent Kisiadu, Lagos Kunga, two Atlanta United Academy products combining. Backheel, Kunga's shot, trying to place it in the upper corner, goes over the bar. Then Richmond had their best opportunity. Kobe Osei-Wusu with a hammer of a right foot right at Kuro. He's able to kind of pop it into the air and make the catch.
So Nico Kuro with the save there. When you look at the first half stats, about what you expected? I mean,
it was. That was the one save that Kuro made. 5 shots for Richmond in the first half, 11 for Atlanta. 3 shots on target for Atlanta. They've dominated the possession at 57%. The passing accuracy has been very good for Atlanta, as it's been all season at 84%. Richmond struggling to connect passes, especially dealing with Atlanta's pressure, but that pressure is only good if it results in quality chances. 3 shots on goal, not enough. When you start to dig a little bit deeper into the numbers, Kevin Kratz, first appearance in a while for Atlanta United or ATL UTD2. He's created 5 chances. He's won 4 tackles as well. He's really bossed the midfield in this match.
So you're looking at more of the Peachtree Corners press, as we're calling it here tonight for the Stripes in the second half, hopefully turning those opportunities that weren't there into stuff in the back of the net for the second 45?
Yeah, it has to be. You can look at the opportunity to let Richmond come at you just a little bit and try to hit them on the break. Atlanta can counter as well. We've seen that with this young group at times this season. But this is a match that I think Scott Donnelly came into it knowing that it was a game his team could control and could go out and dominate in. They've dominated in everything but the scoreboard so far.
Kickers frustrated in the first 45 minutes, but they have had their opportunities in transition. If the Peachtree press doesn't get its desired result, there have been a couple of breakaways where the defense has had to backtrack very, very quickly to make sure that Richmond doesn't get anything on Nico Kuro.
For Richmond, when they do break, they have to find Brian Shriver. Shriver has looked like the most dangerous player in a white kit today. 7 goals, 8 assists on the season. We talked about him in the pre-match. He really seems to have found his form again here with the Kickers in 2018.
If my math is right, I want to say it's 47 numbers that are attached to goals and assists, and he has 15 of them for the Richmond Kickers here in 2018. Start of the second 45 minutes. Once again, thanks for accessing us however you are doing so. USL Soccer on ESPN Plus, large device or small, and those of you watching in Richmond on WTVR on 6.3, thanks for hanging out with us as well here for match day 34, the final match for both of these teams here in the 2018 season in the USL. Fernando looking for a bicycle, headed away. Big rocket, and clearing everything was Raul Gonzalez for the first chance in the first 30 seconds.
Raul Gonzalez did not hesitate to rip that with the right foot straight out of the air. Jose Hernandez goes in front of Fernando, puts himself at risk a little bit, as you could see Luis Fernando lining up the volley.
Here in the second 45, Stripes going from right to left, Richmond coming from left to right. Right foot being sized up into the middle, but defended well by Richmond, popped up into the air. Brandon Barnes will hang on to it. So Lagos Kunga trying to work in the box.
Lagos Kunga with a great first touch to get around the defender and create some space, but then he goes out wide and he has no angle to shoot himself. He's trying to cut it back across. Richmond deals with the cross very well.
Devin Sandoval pursuing, trying to create some havoc. Fernando there, and a whistle. They're going to call it on AJ Cochran.
Cochran forced Luis Fernando back, but then he clipped him as he was trying to turn.
Natalie Simon saying no more for AJ.
That's a couple of fouls on AJ. I think Natalie Simon's had great control of this match so far.
Kevin Kratz trying to get around Lavity. But a nice tackle there by Yearwood to make sure that nothing gets out of control. Throw in for the Stripes, Devin Sandoval. Back and forth with Kratz. And back to 32. Looking for Sandoval. Settled. Kunga wants to try to do something with it. Tries to flick it backwards. Kisiadu with the launch up into the air. Didn't get a whole lot on it. Easily brought down by Brandon Barnes trying to spring Fernando.
Nice throw by Barnes.
Cordovez tried to come away with it. Could not. Goes to Cochran. And then once again, here's Kratz. Kratz with the chip. Defended. Second ball with the stripes. Kunga tried to line up. Now he's got Kisiadu. Back to Kratz. Back to Cochran. Flicked forward. Kisiadu over to Nicola, who'll launch. Why not? We've seen it before over everything. And since it hit the red tape on the outfield wall, I guess it's a home run.
Don't think you get credit for that one, though. Sean Nicola, he's inside the attacking half. He's going to have a look and have a go. Pulls that one a little bit there. Optimistic for Sean Nicola.
But as you say, his green light is always on. There is no yellow light and there is no red light for Sean Nicola.
Not in the last match of the season. Sean Nicola is the green light anywhere on the field tonight, I think. Or at least that's what he's telling himself. Can't blame him. Been really impressed with Nicola in these last couple of games. I had no idea he would be so composed playing as a center back.
But once again, to the point that you've made during the season, the versatility of folks like a Gallagher, and now we're seeing the versatility of a Nicola, Miles Robinson, the versatility. We're seeing a lot of that with a lot of different players in striped kits this year.
It's been a key part of ATL UTD2 season.
Deep throw for the kickers here. Cordovez trying to get away from both Nicola and Kratz. Nice slide tackle to clear that opportunity away by Sean Nicola once again. Deep throw down by the corner flag at the far side for the kickers. Lavity in to help. Kratz on him. There's your whistle.
Good work by Kratz and Gallagher to force Lavity over the touchline on his dribble.
Halfway through minute 50, once again goalless at the Proving Ground, Coolray Field. Suburban Atlanta, Georgia, out here in Gwinnett County. The home for the first-year team, ATL UTD2. Kunga trying to turn, partner with Kisiadu, and looks like they're going to call a foul, touch the hand, so it'll go to Richmond.
Kisiadu tried to settle that with his arm, gets called for the foul. Lavity did not appreciate it.
Umar. Stanoski trying to work the switch, chip forward, trying to spring Fernando, but right there's Nico Caro. Right hand throw. Kisiadu couldn't settle, and it goes back to Richmond.
Poor first touch from Kisiadu, but now he has another opportunity.
Break here. Kisiadu quickly coming from behind was Raul Gonzalez, and they're going to call a foul there.
That's an easy call for Simon. Gonzalez just cleans him out. Here we go, quick. John Gallagher with the shot that's blocked. Let's go back to the foul. Easy call for Simon. Raul Gonzalez, after losing the ball to Kisiadu, just runs through him to create the free kick opportunity. Atlanta took it really quickly, and John Gallagher nearly had a chance, but it's blocked out in front.
Shannon. Kratz, nice turn there. Kunga and Kisiadu both there. Kisiadu has it deflected, hitting his own guy, and it's going to come back out to Cochran. Stripes reset.
Kisiadu shot blocked. Gallagher with another good ball. He doesn't just whip that into the 18. He cuts it back across the grain to the top of the 18 on the ground.
Cochran looking for Sandoval, picked off by Fernando. Miles Robinson is there, and he'll partner with Nicola. Here comes the pressure from Richmond. Flicked forward. Gallagher trying to work his way forward. Last touch by Richmond. Quick throw. Here comes Kevin Kratz. Stripes bodies forward. Lagos Kunga tries to bring it in with the left. Cleared easily by the Richmond defense. Fernando wanting a pass, but once again the pressure and the speed from behind for ATL UTD2.
Yeah, it's different type of pressure now. Lagos Kunga tracking back to force a turnover. We've seen Kisiadu track back to force turnovers. The press can be effective not just out in front, but when you're tracking back defensively as well.
Kevin Kratz with a launch sent out after hitting the knee of a Richmond defender.
After an early flurry from Richmond, it's been one-way traffic for the Stripes here in the second half.
Halfway through minute 53. He's Jason Longshore. I'm John Nelson. Thanks for being with us here tonight and all season long for the broadcast here from Coolray Field for ATL UTD2. Kisiadu tries to settle and does to Ollie Shannon. Gallagher. Nick Law. Miles Robinson. Cochran. Little flick. Back and forth trying to send. And it gets intercepted by Richmond. Osewusu and Gonzalez. Pressure once again from Kunga and Sandoval. Richmond with a little space here. Trying to spring Luis Fernando, but headed away nicely by Sean Nicklaw.
Good recognition from Atlanta to recover there. Richmond had a chance to try to create something.
Now there's another opportunity to create something. But once again deflected, settled down. Looks like Lavity's going to come down with it.
That's 5 on 7. Atlanta's able to recover quickly. Richmond not getting enough numbers forward.
Kratz in defense on Shriver. Yearwood tried to overlap. Sent in with the right easy pickup for Nico Caro.
Too simple for Richmond. Just not enough bodies in the attack. That time they had a transition opportunity, and it's just the front 5 with no help. Atlanta's able to recover and get 7 back.
Lagos Kunga over to Gallagher. Nick Law. Switch to the near and Cochran with space. Tries to push a grounder into Sandoval, but he gets through a couple of sets of cleats of Richmond's. Sandoval with it, top of the box, looking to work his way in and go to the right foot. Knocked away, and here comes Fernando. Cordovez. Nick Law there. Miles Robinson back for insurance. Shriver. Kisiadu on him. Near side Gonzalez. Wants to bring it in with the right. Has to spin clear. Nicely defended by Hernandez here. Umar. Lavity. And the kickers will go with a switch center circle.
We'll go back to the beginning of it. Sean Nicklaw against Cordovez first time. Nicklaw's able to force him out wide and have to play backwards, and Richmond hasn't been able to enter the final third since.
Umar to Fernando, taken away by Ollie Shannon. And here comes Yearwood to try to get the ball away. Gallagher will settle. Nicklaw is there. Once again, Yearwood in hot pursuit. Nice flick forward, looking to spring Lagos Kunga. Can he do something with it? Looking to get the left, step over, bring it in with the left, deflected off the bar, it looked like. But it's going to stick with the Stripes.
Lagos Kunga 1v1 is a dangerous player to defend. He creates the space out wide to the left to rip the shot. Kunga off the crossbar. No touch from Barnes.
And here come the Stripes with it one more time, pushing the back on Kisiadu. Nicklaw trying to get Sandoval, who's posted up. Kratz nice to Kisiadu, who'll go at the left. Thought about it, double clutched, and here comes Richmond again. Miles Robinson playing a little bit of center field, stood his ground, got the ball back, center circle, Ollie Shannon. A lot behind that one. Richmond ends up getting it, but A.J. Cochran won't let it get past.
Shannon tried to force that one a bit through 3 players.
Halfway through minute 57, still scoreless here at the Proving Ground. Big save that time. Sandoval had a chance to make sure that it would go in the back of the net. A little late on that, so it ends up with an opportunity now for, looks like, a Creature Comforts corner.
Beautiful pass by Kevin Kratz to slip that through to John Gallagher. Gallagher cuts over to the left foot, has a go. Barnes makes the save and gives up the corner kick.
Creature Comforts corner. A.J. Cochran trying to circle through. Sent in, headed clear. Gallagher is there. Tried to send it in with a bit of a right chip. But Richmond has it on the near, and Luis Fernando has a lot of real estate to play with here.
4v3 opportunity for Richmond.
With the left. And spinning out of control as he tried to go behind. The ball was behind him. Brian Shriver tried to settle, couldn't do it.
Gallagher with the touch. That's what takes it away from Shriver. Just enough. It's not much from John Gallagher, but he touches it just away. Shriver spinning, can't find it, can't find a volley attempt, but it is a corner for the Kickers.
Luis Fernando hanging right out under the elbows of Nico Correau. Back post nicely grabbed by Nico Correau. He's going to spring Jose Hernandez.
Correau goes up in traffic to grab that cleanly.
Kratz and Hernandez. Kisiadu was behind him, tried to settle it with the left, couldn't do it. Back comes Richmond.
Great ball.
Through Cordovez to Osewusu in defense. Right on, nicely done by Nico Correau to keep it from going in the net.
Great switch by Richmond to set up Osewusu. He tries to go near post to beat Correau. Nico gets down quickly and saves it.
Kisiadu. Kratz. Kunga. Gallagher. Into Kratz, just outside the far elbow. Kisiadu again. Give and go, and a launch with the left, just missed.
You see the ability of Devin Sandoval to hold up traffic, hold up the ball, and be a pivot point for this Atlanta attack. He lays it off to Kisiadu, who has a go with the left foot from the top of the 18. Didn't miss by much.
Note for you, stay up to date with all of the best from social media around the USL by watching Off the Post with Kelsey Steele every Friday evening on the USL's social media channels. Heading toward minute 61, a half hour to go here in the season at the Proving Ground. Foul as Kevin Kratz gets a bit of an elbow.
Kratz was taken down off the ball. He tried to go 1-2 with Sandoval.
Cordovez checking on Kratz.
Just impeding the run. Kratz is back on his feet. Looks like Simon's having a conversation with Lavity. A bit of an elbow to the chin there. And Neil Lavity has had quite a few different conversations with referee Simon tonight. Little surprised that didn't result in a yellow.
Yep. Persistent infringement, and we're probably right on the edge of persistence with Lavity right now.
Elbow to the chin skips persistent infringement.
Richmond trying to spring forward, but Cochran is there to intercept.
There's another Atlanta player down, but advantage played.
Inside the box. Can he go with it? And it's in! '61st minute, the Stripes break through after Jose Hernandez gets hit inside the box. The left foot trickles over the goal line. That's all that matters. The 17s are happy. The Stripes are up 1-0.
Very telling here. Jose Hernandez makes the play, and 3-4 players go over to Hernandez to congratulate him. He starts it. Kunga finishes it after advantage is played. Creates his own shot here. Gets past two defenders and inside the 18. It's a beautiful goal from Lagos Kunga. Jose Hernandez had a big part in it. Natalie Simon had a big part in it as well, allowing play to continue. Very smart decision, use of advantage there. Atlanta takes the lead 1-0.
Lead for the Stripes with a half hour to go. Settled by Miles Robinson. Kind of slow in the speed. Gets back to Nico Carreau, but Robinson can't handle the pass back, and it's going to be a deep throw for Richmond.
It's Kunga's 4th goal this season, and Richmond with 2 subs to try to change the momentum now.
The Stripes 5-0-2 when scoring first this season, 3-0-1 at home.
Osei Wusu checking out for Richmond. We'll catch the substitutions as they come in. 2 Richmond players are preparing to enter the match. Gentile is 1, Giuseppe Gentile.
Yep. And then it looks like
Lavity is checking out, and that's probably a smart decision by David Bulow.
Yudai Imura, I think, is the other. So Imura for Lavity. And Gentile for Osei Wusu. So 92 for 24 and 14 for 7. Long throw idea here from Gonzalez. Changes his mind midway through, sends it to the back line. Roberts had his pass intercepted. Sandoval with the flick, trying to spring Gallagher. Gallagher with the push off, can't control it, but last touch by Richmond. Quick throw for the Stripes.
Devin Sandoval has been so good tonight, doing a lot of the dirty work, holding up play, having to shield defenders, trying to leave it, get players inside the 18. Good work from Sandoval tonight.
Kratz, Cochran, switch back. A lot of space for Gallagher if he wants it. He'll send it in with the right. Kissiadu pushed off the ball. And coming forward, Gentile. Nicely done. Gentile hits the deck. Cordovez can't quite hold it for the first, but he does end up getting possession. Nicola on him. Over the bar.
Gentile was knocked down after the play. Gets the yellow card on on Shannon. Not sure why Gentile was wanting the play stopped, because Richmond was on a break just like Atlanta used to score a goal. Simon handles it correctly, plays advantage, comes back and shows the yellow card to Oliver Shannon for breaking up the run of Gentile off the ball.
Kratz trying to turn, and a whistle there.
A lot of hand checking from Umar.
And Umar not pleased with that whistle, but Simon wants the ball reset before the Stripes can get their chance moving forward.
Really not much to complain about there. Umar's got his arms all over Kevin Kratz.
Number 29, Oliver Shannon, in the 65th minute.
Gentile trying to chase down Cochran now. Kratz center circle. Gets it back. Idea with the right over Kissiadu. Sandoval tries to settle, but Shannon was there. Imura and Cordovez.
Most of Cordovez's touches have been out wide or in that middle third. Very few in the final third for him tonight.
Big switch there. Flag stays down, but right on.
Tries to hit the run of Brian Shriver with a near post run. Had Gentile at the back post. Might have been the better option for Luis Fernando on that opportunity.
Carreau looking for Sandoval. Second touch, sticks with the Stripes. Kunga and Kissiadu combine. Hernandez back to Cochran. Switch to Nicklaw. Gallagher. And back. Kissiadu trying to find an opening. Can't find one. Back to Nicklaw here as we're winding up minute 67. Kickers had it, but lost it.
Good recovery by Kisiadu to stay engaged and make the defensive play.
Hernandez, Gentile on him. Shannon, Kratz, and over. Kisiadu getting man marked from behind. Forearm push that time by Roberts. And a sub for the Stripes.
That's going to be the end of the night for Laurent Kisiadu. Chris Goslin checking in for Atlanta.
In the 68th minute. Entering the match is number 20, Christopher Goslin.
Good night for Laurent Kisiadu.
Leading the match is number 11.
Took some chances to create in the attack, but also did the work defensively. It's been a season of growth for Kisiadu.
Still on the bench for the Stripes, Jackson Conway, Jack Metcalf, Alessandro Castro, Kevin Barajas. As they try to get the long pass to the near, picked off by Richmond. Gentile, dangerous idea. And almost intercepted by the Stripes for a tremendous opportunity here. And you want a chance? How about a chip? Helter skelter at the back turns into a turnover and a chip over. Brandon Barnes makes it 2-0 for the Stripes.
It starts with the first ball back to Barnes that puts him in trouble. Richmond just unable to clear, and Lagos Kunga pounces on it. Kunga then beats a defender in front, and just the little delicate chip over Barnes. Barnes is stranded by his defense, stranded by the first ball back to him, and Atlanta goes up 2-0.
Only one road win this year for the Richmond Kickers.
ATL UTE 2 goals scored by number
in the 69th. Lagos Kunga one in the 61st, one in the 69th. It's 2-0. Gentile trying to create for the Kickers. Too much for Luis Fernando.
His second of the match in the 69th minute.
Also had a substitution by Richmond there. Raul Gonzalez checked out. Brandon Eaton checked into the match.
25 in, 27 out. So David Bulow is out of substitutions with 20 minutes to go.
Richmond in the 69th minute. Entering the match is number 25, Brandon Eaton. And leading the match is number 27, Raul Gonzalez.
Gentile, Cochran on him. Eaton, his first touch. Marked by Hernandez. Back to Barnes. Gallagher in pursuit over at the far. Miles Robinson intercepts, settles. Nick Law. Luis Fernando now with it for the Kickers. Demura is on that side with him. But they'll come all the way over here to Eaton. He'll fire and wind up with the left. Looks like he got caught in the infield grass a little bit. Eaton will get a second chance. Right on.
Brandon Eaton gets involved right away for the Kickers. A couple chances at it here. Second one on goal, doesn't hit it all that well. Nico Carreau's able to make a very comfortable diving save to his right.
12th appearance for Eaton this season, trying to get into the score sheet. Sent back in. And Fernando. But Miles Robinson is there as Gentile was chasing.
Robinson playing that center back roll, foul on Gentile. Pretty easy call as he shoves Nick Law over. Robinson playing that free safety kind of role with the center back of the three center backs, just cleaning everything up. We see Michael Parkhurst in that role often for Atlanta United. Robinson is showing that he's been taking some notes on the captain for Atlanta United in training sessions. Looking very good in that role. We've generally seen him as one of the outside center backs in the three-man back line. Tonight, getting the start in the middle. Very well, playing very well.
Hernandez, Cochran. And the electric cleats of Chris Goslin. Give and take with Nick Law, trying to spring Devin Sandoval at the far. Into the box, trying for another goal chance here. Gallagher thought about driving with the right, spins, sends it in with the left, sent back out by Richmond. Here comes Umura.
Goslin, I think, wanted to have a go there with the right foot. Good sliding attempt to break up that chance for him.
Good spin by Fernando, flags up.
Shriver jumped just a little early as he's trying to make something happen for the Kickers. After a flurry in the first half, Atlanta's done a very good job of keeping Brian Shriver quiet tonight.
74th minute from the proving ground. Goals by Lagos Kunga in the 61st and the 69th, and that's where we are here, match day 34. Last match of the 2018 regular season for both of these sides here in the Eastern Conference. Nico Caro tries to send that up with the right. It'll be a throw at the far touch for Richmond. Fernando, Sandoval in pursuit. Sandoval's defense sends it out for another quick throw. Nick Law defending. As Cordovez is trying to get out of a jam, but more strike kits are there. 3-on-2 right now for the home side. As Shannon backtracked, as Imura tried to do something with it. He'll have his chance here. Fernando and back. Umar. Chip with the right. Stripes are there. Hernandez sends it up with the left, but not out. Lagos Kunga was tracking Shanoski. Hernandez is on Eaton. There's Imura again. Lagos Kunga almost had it. Sandoval in pursuit. Stanoski. High hops, settled. Imura again. Gentile tries to go with a back heel, but it ends up in Stripes' possession. Caro clears. And the request is to Connor Shanoski, if you would please retreat before you throw. Backtracked a little bit, and Stripes with a chance here. Sandoval is chasing, but Yearwood gets it back. And a give and go with Barnes gets him out of temporary trouble. Deflection here. Sandoval with a chance on Barnes, taken down, but it's in. Richmond makes a meal of it at the back. It ends up Devin Sandoval, match day 34 on the board.
Started with the pressure. Richmond with another turnover in their defensive third. Sandoval gets on the end of this. Would have had the penalty if he didn't finish it off himself. Brandon Barnes can't be happy with the play of his back line in front of him. Devin Sandoval earned this goal tonight with his work all night long. It's a nice parting gift for him. He'll be joining New Mexico United next season in the USL Championship. He's been just a strong player for a young team, bringing a lot of veteran experience to the group this season. And a lot of the young players have talked about the example that Devin Sandoval has set consistently for this team in training sessions and in matches. Great to see him get on the board tonight.
Third goal of the season for Sandoval.
In the 76th minute.
And just as you have teams that are trying to learn with young talent, you have to have those teachers that are a part of the process too, and Devin Sandoval's been a great instructor for the younger players this season.
Jack Metcalf, A.J. Cochran have been that as well, but Devin Sandoval, for a young attacking core, has been that mentor for a number of these players this season.
Minute 78. All the way back to Nico Carreau with the pressure now from the likes of Gentile. Sandoval with it again, flags up.
Sandoval came back from an offside position.
And there's your curtain call. Jackson Conway coming in for Devin Sandoval.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Substitution for ATL UT.
And Sandoval, one of the players that he has spent a lot of time with is a guy like Jackson Conway, an Atlanta United Academy player. You see a longer handshake, a longer embrace there as Conway comes on. Same for Scott Donnelly going over to thank Devin Sandoval for his service this season. Sandoval's been a fan favorite with the fans who've come out to the Proving Ground. You just have to respect his work rate and just his effort week after week.
Gentile tries to send it in with the right off of Hernandez, so it'll be a corner kick for the Kickers here in minute 79. Going back to Luis Fernando, who tries to send it with the left and side netting. Cordovez did not miss by much.
Great ball across from Luis Fernando. It's actually Malin Roberts on the back post with the header into the side netting. Roberts had a clean look at it, unable to get it around the post and beat Carreau.
Nick Law sends it forward. Jackson Conway first touch. Gallagher tried to send it backwards to Kevin Kratz, but it ends up with the Kickers and Imura. Nicely done. Fernando has some help, but he decides to go on his own. Miles Robinson, nicely done defensively, but Imura is there. Nick Law on him, and they'll try it again. Fernando with the hop to keep possession for the Kickers. Gentile, turn, fire, goal.
Way too much space Atlanta gives up here. Connor Shinosky's able to kind of walk it into the final third, play a ball in. A great pass from Shinosky to Gentile, who beats Carreau. Atlanta loses the clean sheet. Richmond pulls one back to make it 3-1.
Gentile, in his 16th appearance of the season, gets his first goal on the year. Great turn and fire by 92.
But it's a great pass from Shinosky to create the opportunity.
And so Richmond gets on the board in their final match of the season. Once again, we remind you coming in, they'd lost their last 6 coming into this particular match. 1-13-1 since the 1-1 draw back on July 21st, the last time these two teams met at City Stadium. 10 minutes plus stoppage time left here in the Eastern Conference. Updating some scores from around the East, North Carolina FC and Charlotte are still tied at 1s. Lou City at the half, leading Indy 11 by the score of 1-0. Nashville leading FC Cincinnati with a goal in the first 4 minutes. They're up 1-0.
Nashville trying to move up the Eastern Conference table. North Carolina FC seeing their playoff hopes fade away. They have to get a win, and then they have to hope for a lot of help from the Tampa Bay Rowdies tomorrow.
Goal difference, I think, coming into tonight was they were 6 less in the standings, so they would have needed a win big, and lose from the folks in front of them, and them losing big with those margins. Eaton tries to settle. A.J. Cochran there hits it into Imura. Richmond with another chance quickly. Fernando tries to flick it with the left. Set up, blocked by Nick Law. Eaton on the flip side will continue possession for Richmond.
Nick Law blocked the chance from Cordovez.
Far corner, deflected into the air, nicely grabbed by Carreau.
One more substitution possible for Scott Donnelly.
You've got Barajas, you've got Castro, you've got Metcalf. 3
very different types of players for Donnelly to choose from.
Trying to spring Shriver, can't quite do it. Umar. Kratz on him. Right cleat to Eaton. Lagos Kunga on him. Ali Shannon tries to get it from Amura, can't do it. Kratz is there in defense. Gentile sends it forward to Shriver. Far post into the middle, off a couple of sets of cleats, but Eaton can't settle it. Nicely defended by Hernandez to keep the opportunity, and a quick throw opportunity here for Gentile.
Atlanta sitting too deep, giving Richmond an opportunity there. 3 kickers players with an opportunity inside the 18.
Eaton headed clear. Gentile with the right. Miles Robinson sends it over. Flag is up. Looks like Cordovez got a little anxious, and so it'll be a goal kick for the Stripes here as we get into minute number 84.
Atlanta has to get reorganized. They're struggling a bit as Richmond is throwing more and more numbers forward, looking for a second.
The 2018 USL Cup playoffs kick off next week as we begin the road to the 2018 USL Cup, which is Thursday, November 8th on ESPN2 at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Stay up to date with matchups, brackets, kickoff times, storylines, and much more starting Monday at USLsoccer.com.
Jackson Conway with the flick on header, can't find a teammate.
Imura, Fernando, and over. Gallagher in pursuit. Last touched by Hernandez.
Hernandez had to make a touch there. Gentile was in a dangerous spot.
So what's in the mind of the UNC Charlotte product? In with the right, Kratz backtracking and cleared. Eaton with the volley, nowhere close.
Eaton goes for glory here after the header from Kratz. Not a good service from Gentile. Doesn't beat the first defender on the near post.
And who are the young standouts competing in the USL that you need to know now? Check out the 2018 USL 20 under 20 throughout this week at USLsoccer.com as we reveal the best players aged 20 and under in the league here in 2018.
I think we might see a few Atlanta United 2 players in that mix.
I would concur. Halfway through minute 85. Gentile chasing. Corot grabs. Saw something possibly with Lagos Kunga. Fernando will get there instead. Nicola and Gallagher on him. Imura. Quick passing and Cordovez. 3 stripes right there. It's Gallagher. And the shot by Cordovez over everything.
Not sure if that was a shot or a wayward cross. Low percentage either way.
I like your idea better. Nico Corot looking for some help. Aims towards center circle. Jackson Conway did not win the joust. Cordovez, second touch. Cochran goes up. He'll get it. Ali Shannon sends it, but it's in Amura's cleats, and he gets bumped from behind by Jackson Conway for the foul. Quick reset with Amura. Fernando. Jackson Conway all the way back. Sent in, spilled, but cleared.
Corot spilled it, but that was a good effort to get on it in the first place. Watches that one go by. It's been all Richmond here in the last few minutes. Jack Metcalf will make his appearance. He'll be the final substitution for Atlanta United 2, replacing Lagos Kunga.
Kunga goals in the 61st and the 69th. Goals 4 and 5 for Lagos on the season. 31 appearances, started in half of them. But once again, we've been mentioning all season long and all night long in this homestand about growth of players. Lagos has certainly done that.
Lagos is getting really close to where I think Tata Martino and Scott Donnelly both want him to be. We know what he can do 1v1. We saw that again tonight. We've seen a little more of the defensive work. We've seen a little more of the strength, too. I think that's maybe the missing piece for Lagos Kunga, is just that well-rounded game and that physical strength to be able to handle the next level.
Kratz tried to spring Hernandez into the box. Jackson Conway was there, as Hernandez had a nice idea with the left, but the kickers come down with it here halfway through minute 88. Eaton, center circle. Cordovez. Now let's see what the kickers can do here. Trying to spring Gentile. Miles Robinson wins first joust. AJ got the second, headed back. Nicely done.
Good work between Robinson and Cochran. Robinson gets the final header back to Carreau.
And Miles Robinson, another guy that we've seen where the game seems to be slowing down. He's getting more comfortable where he is in the system.
I would say Miles Robinson has had the biggest growth in his development this season. A player early on who had very limited experience last season. He spent time on loan with the Charleston Battery, but he just didn't get many opportunities there or with Atlanta United. This season, ATL UTD2 seemed to be custom made for Miles Robinson in his development. He's taken full advantage. When he's had moments with Atlanta United in MLS, he's looked so much more confident. But in this last run of games here at home, I think we've seen another jump from Robinson. He was talked about as a potential U.S. men's national team player down the road in his career. You're seeing glimpses of why the scouts have been so high on Robinson since his time at Syracuse.
Gentile trying to keep kickers possession, but they're just stripes buzzing all around the kickers right now with the speed. And it looks like they're going to call a foul on Gentile there.
You know, I mean, you look up the road at Bethlehem Steel and you look at Austin Trusty and you look at Mark McKenzie and the growth that they've had from their time in USL. Miles Robinson is on that trajectory right now. Trusty and McKenzie have been the talk of Major League Soccer this season and the talk of the Philadelphia Union's great year. Miles Robinson is poised for that coming in the future.
Turnover. Cordovez is there, has some help. Gentile has to backtrack a little bit. Right foot kick, save. Second chance once again. Hernandez is there. Great backtracking by the Stripes defense.
Kick save by Oliver Shannon on the back post.
Jackson Conway on Roberts. Tries to send it in with the left, but pursuit.
Little things there. Maybe Conway should have taken it to the corner, held it up.
As we are now in the last minutes of the regular season. Minimum of 3 minutes with all the substitutions.
3 minutes of added time.
So Fernando with the left. Gentile in, and it's 3-2.
What a ball in from Luis Fernando on the left side, and Giuseppe Gentile has had a huge impact since coming into this match. Perfect header to beat Nico Carreau at the back post. Just a glancing header. Carreau, no chance to get a hand on it. Richmond has not stopped battling here in the second half. Atlanta took their foot off the gas at 3 goals. Richmond has fought back to get it to 3-2.
Gentile in 90 plus. And now the Stripes have to hold on here.
Kratz was down on the other end after the tackle. Conway tried to play Kratz in. Kratz stayed down. Richmond wanted him to get up and get on side to take the kickoff. Atlanta has to hold on here at the end to see this out.
First 2 goals of the season for Gentile make it 3-1 and now 3-2. Niklaus slide tackle. Push in the back. No whistle there. Gosselin. But here comes Richmond again. And Gentile chasing the ball and a hat trick. Far post just wide, and he knows it.
Gentile feeling it, goes for it himself. Javier Cordovez Brian Shriver on the back post, throwing their hands up a bit. They wanted that service from Gentile. Gentile tries to beat Carreau from nearly an impossible angle. Just no chance here. You see Shriver and Cordovez with an opportunity, probably a much better opportunity.
Jackson Conway did not win possession, but kickers trying to come down quickly. It was 3-0. Gentile made it 3-1. Gentile made it 3-2. Once again, minimum of 3 minutes added here. And the Stripes get another life lesson in the last game of the regular season. Eaton, Shriver, Gallagher was a part of it. Shriver now. Fernando. Imura. They'll try it again. Right foot in, punched by Carreau.
Still here though for Richmond.
Big launch from way outside, grounder, and Carreau will fall on it. Umar.
Cordovez just tried to redirect that out in front of Carreau. That's a tougher save than it looks like coming through traffic. Nico Carreau has to be ready for a deflection, has to stay focused. He makes a huge save here at the end.
Worked his way through the screen, the deflections. And here comes Gentile again. Slide nicely done by Cochran.
Nice ball by Gallagher there to break up the cross.
Gallagher was there with Fernando. Shriver tried to control with Nicklaw. And that'll do it. Another lesson for a young team in match week 34. How to hang on with a lead at home. And the Stripes, for the 4th match in a row, come away with points.
And the story tonight's Lagos Kunga. 2 goals for him gives Atlanta the big cushion. Atlanta's had to fight back in matches here lately. Tonight they have to hold on, and they do. 3-2 win for ATL UTD2.
Big night for Lagos Kunga. Lagos Kunga, a goal in the 61st, a goal in the 69th. Starts a 2-0 cushion. Devin Sandoval would get one in the 76th. Big night for Lagos, big night for the Stripes. When we come back, we'll put a bow on it all. 3-2 final. The Stripes knock off Richmond Kickers for the last game of the regular season. You're watching USL Soccer on ESPN Plus. Back to the proving ground after this to put a bow on 2018.
Once again,
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Welcome back to the Proving Ground one last time here in 2018. ATL UTD2 gets full points, hanging on with a 3-2 win over the Richmond Kickers. And Jason, as we take a look at the highlights, a fun night here at Coolray.
It's a big night for Lagos Kunga as he gets the scoring started. Kunga set the pace tonight, and it was not just his goal scoring, it was the whole performance from him. He was involved defensively, created mistakes, good passing from him. He gets the 2 goals to get everything started.
Goal number 4 was in the 61st. It only took 8 minutes to get goal number 5 for the season.
And it's a delicate little chip. This is the quality of Lagos Kunga. Mistake by Richmond in the back. Kunga pounces on it, chips over the sprawled Brandon Barnes, puts Atlanta up 2-0.
And you mentioned mistakes at the back, and that seemed to be the bugaboo for the Kickers in the second 45 minutes and for the 2018 season. But Devin Sandoval got his curtain call.
And Sandoval deserved it. Sandoval's put in so much work with this squad all season long. A lot of the just unselfish work that it takes in this team. Sandoval gets his reward, sticks with it. Sticks with it. Sandoval gets the goal to make it 3-0 after the great start from Kunga.
But you mentioned Devin Sandoval after this season. He's heading to New Mexico, so he gets the goal. He gets his curtain call. Tremendous effort. Hugs all around after he scores to make it 3-0. But Richmond and Giuseppe Gentile specifically did not quit.
Gentile provided a huge spark for Richmond coming off of the bench. David Bulow's squad did not give up in a spot where they easily could have. Gentile gets 2. First one, great header to the back post.
And then in 90+, Gentile, he gets it again to make it a 1-goal match in added time.
And this is where Atlanta's kind of on the ropes up against it, just trying to hang on. You could see the pressure start to mount. Atlanta's been able to come back in these situations in the last few matches. This is the first time they've had to see a game out, and they struggled with it a little bit.
Stoppage time goal for Gentile, goals 1 and 2, but he didn't get the hat trick.
Gentile had an opportunity to tie it up. Maybe in this situation, he'd like to have it back and play to Brian Shriver on the back post, or Javier Cordovez as well. Both had an opportunity. Gentile forces it. He's unable to beat Carreau and put it on goal.
So final thoughts here from the Proving Ground from 2018.
It's been a great season for ATL UTD2, and it hasn't all shown up in the record. It's been the development that we talked about as the match went on. Wonderful to see Atlanta United 2 stick with it, not fold as the season goes on. Credit to Scott Donnelly, credit to his staff, and credit to this group of players.
So that is the story from the Proving Ground here at Coolray Field in 2018. Thanks for being a part of all of our broadcasts this season. We'll be watching the playoffs along with you as well. For Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. Thanks to Mike Steinberg for being on charge of the 1s and 2s back home. It's the USL Soccer on ESPN+. Enjoy the playoffs.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.